What up, Nitro family? It's Corey joining again with TTR Racing. I hope y'all had a very Merry Christmas. I know I did. Just spent time with my family. Everything was good. We just enjoyed each other. But right before the Christmas break, I was blessed to do a podcast, y'all. And I just want to share it with my Nitro family. And I just want y'all just to hear. Let me know what you think. It's just something you can listen to while you're wrenching on your cars. Something you can listen to while you driving back and forth to work on the commute back and forth to work. Something you just listen to while you're in the office, while you're listening to cleaning up the house, But just put it on and just let it ride. And like I say, it turned out real good. My first time ever doing a podcast, and like I say, it was just a awesome experience, and I just want to share it with my Nitro family. And so just want y'all to check it out, see what y'all think, and I appreciate everything. And just remember, y'all, just treat people the way you want to be treated, and I appreciate everything, and I appreciate y'all subscribing to my page. I hope I can get some more subscribers, but I just want to just do my part in this RC, and just to bring people in, help people out, and I just appreciate it. This just really humbled me to always not just be, concentrating on myself. Help somebody out, help somebody with some things they want to do. Be involved, I know we run and bash and race all the time, but still be involved. It's more to it than just that all the time. But yeah, like I said, it's just something I want y'all to listen to, see what y'all think about it. And I just want to share with my Nitro family and my RC family. And I just, like I said, I appreciate y'all. All right, here we go.
Episode 3, Real Talk RC Podcast, coming at you again from the Warehouse Hobby Raceway. We're going to have another local racer for you from the state of Alabama. Everybody knows him, loves him. You've been around him, you've seen him, you've raced him, you've talked with him. We don't have the family father and son type duo this week. We just got an individual. But man, let me just go on and tell you, is he big on family? If you don't believe me, you just wait to hear who it is. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to none other than Corey Jordan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, like I said, Chris, man, I'm honored to be on the show. I'm glad you thought about me when you said you needed, get somebody to come on in and just talk with you about RC, man. And yeah, family, definitely. Family, we won't be here, you know what I'm saying?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So, if it wasn't for family, we wouldn't, be able to do what we do. We wouldn't be able to, run these cars, but we gotta just keep the RC in the right place, though, Family come first, you gotta take care of that house, and take care of our folks, and took care of us, you know what I'm saying? So,
man, and Corey, wouldn't you agree with the fact of probably, some of your RC racers is good at family. I mean, I've met guys over the years that I would trust with my own family.
Yeah, I mean, it's a family thing. It's a brotherhood. It's a family RC, brotherhood, family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the family, you do have your good and your bad, but you still love them. You still try to help them out, and just whatever it is, you trying to help. They gotta, want to help. You know what I'm saying? And want to be able to learn and enjoy. Things in life ain't an RC. So yeah, family
in the heat of the moment, in the middle of the race, the main, you get together, you bump, you aggravated at each other, but you, at the end of the day, you walk it off the stand, you talk about it, you say, hey man, you know, it was just in the heat of battle. I mean, some of them do get a little more serious than others, but at the end of the day, it's all one big RC family. We all love each other, and we've all had that moment where we got a little too hot, probably said something we shouldn't have, but or done something we shouldn't have. But hey, we all human, and God forgive us all, and nobody's perfect. And if you can just admit that, hey, I made a mistake, that any man got my respect if they can do that. Just admit, hey, I made a mistake, or let's talk about the mistake and just move on.
That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? And then that, other than just being being a family thing, being an RC, us being a family, that just being a straight up real man. You know what I'm saying? If you can't admit that you're wrong or admit that you didn't mean to do something, that's kind of like, that your manhood right there. You know what I'm saying? If you can't come to a man and just be like, hey man, I'm sorry for bumping your lane to, put you in the pipe or whatever, then hey, that's your character right there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if you can't do that, then something wrong. But I say, man, the RC, it's competition. Like I said, I came from playing football, so my background is sports, football, track, basketball. So it's just that competition make it ramp up that much high for us. You know what I'm saying? Just those feelings and that adrenaline start rushing, bro. And you just be in that moment, but then you still gotta keep it projected. When you come down and the race is over with, if you done hit somebody wrong, go to them and just tell them, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Or shake their hand, or just say, I owe you one. Next race, I'm gonna let you go. Whatever. Just work it out like men. You know what I'm saying? Like again, back to family. That's what family do when you be, in conflict with each other. So it's the same thing. You take that from RC and apply it to your family. Take it from from family situations and apply it to RC. That's only being a man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's it.
Absolutely. Well, that leads us into, with all the sports background, how in the world did the one and only Corey Jordan slide over into RC? Where did it all begin?
Man, I was working at Hobbytown over in Dillon, and it's across the street from Galleria. I think they've been moved now, man. But started off there, man. I came home I was in college, came home for the summer, and stayed with my grandmama up in Birmingham. And I was always into it. Like I said, I started off with a golden era
funny how, and I'm sure if you've been in RC any amount of time, everybody gets that old statement of, boy, do you play with them toy cars, or the way they try to downplay it, like, them little bitty rinky dink or whatever. And I'm thinking, no, if you knew, the way these cost and the way how fast they go, and you gotta build them. It ain't like you said, it ain't like them old Nikos and go to Radio Shack. And, this is the real deal. And I mean, some of them cars is serious.
Yeah, man, like I said, it's the real deal. And like I said, like when I first got into it, I really didn't know myself how in depth, how many adjustments and stuff that was on the cars, and how you could change, how the wing on the car made a big difference. And at that time, I didn't know like your shock was, you can go different weights up and down on your shocks and stuff, and how in depth it was really just to build the shocks and how they have to be built, precise, so they get the best performance. So I ain't really know all that until just, like I said, being around him, Allen and David Watson, all them cats like that, back in the school, old school cats, couldn't get all of them, you know what I'm saying? And it just, it took off from there. And they're not toys, man. Even though we say toy cars, but I mean, I ain't never paid, $500 for a toy for real in my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Other
like,
than these days video games, but I mean, yeah.
that's it. The video game, your system, the gaming system, they cost $399, $299, then plus a game. You know what I'm saying? That's almost $400. But I mean, it's
Nowadays, our last kit was the Mugen buggy was. And what hurts me the most is now you want a good kid to stay in the game. You got to stay. You don't have to have literally the latest. If it just popped out last week, you don't got to run and get it. But you need to stay within the last 2 current models. And an up to date kit now is our last kit was $650. And that's just the car. That's no electronics. That's no radio. They don't even give you tires. You got to pick your own tires. If you run nitro, that's no engine, no motor and pipe, no starter box.
Right. Yeah.
So you well over $1,000 for a kit to somebody that play with them toy cars. Well, show me your $1,000 toy.
That's what I'm saying.
In all seriousness, just show me your $1,000 toy.
Right. So, I mean, like I say, man, it just depends on the individual, man. It's like with me, say I still get the competition for just like me, for like playing sports and stuff, I still get that, competition and drives and that, adrenaline, saying racing these cars. But like I said, yeah, they really, you can say they really precise, saying instruments, saying? So it's way more than just a toy car. So yeah, they just don't, people really don't know how in depth it is. And like I really didn't know until it was really shown to me, saying? So,
Right.
So it's, it's putting some money in it, but like anything else, for me, it's best for me to put money in this than to me be out, saying, in the strip club, throwing, throwing
Right.
hundreds, So
And no return.
And no return, exactly, what I'm saying? So it's just, they serious, serious, serious cause, you know what I'm saying?
So if a family member, a friend, a co-worker was to come to Corey Jordan right now and say, brother, I see you running that out here, and I've seen some of your videos. You do run them at work, so some of the guys is bound to ask, and they say, man, where do I get one, and what do I get? Where does Corey Jordan point them to?
Well, I would tell them, I really would tell them to look up Nitro RC cars on YouTube and just let them just see what's out there. And then once they actually see what's out there, if they wanted something exactly like mine, like a 1/8 scale, and then I'll tell them you can go and just look at the 1/8 selling, any of they get a vehicle that they'll know that's been taken care of, race lines and took care of, so they get it, and that's instead of two, they buy it from you, that you got a pretty good kid, at least to start off with, so that's what I would do, man. I think that'll be the best bet, so.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, all right, that's going to roll us right on into when you first got started, or even today. Who are your influences in RC that you look up to, follow? I did hear you say Alan and Cookie back in the day you run with, but maybe some of the local guys you that kind of helped you along the way, or some of the pros. Who do you follow?
Well, the guys that really helped me coming up was, like I say, Alan Burton. Another one of my good partners, Chauncey Mack. We call him Doc.
Yeah, Chauncey, yeah.
Yeah. Well, John Ball back in the day, he was real good. He was more, but he was nitro at one point, but he was more basic, but he was still help me. Because at one time I did run E-Buggy at one time, and he helped me get my car together back then. And who else was real? Like I say, David Watson, a bunch of old school guys, man, when I came in. But back to guys now, Danny Smith, Rusty Brooks, they help me, especially when I need pit men, even now when I go there so often, they'll hit me out, pit me and stuff like that. John Jenkins, he always was cool with me, so it's just like I said, it's just a family, but for the million, you have to, sometimes we gotta open our mouth and ask sometimes too, for help and not be ashamed,
Right.
But yeah, all them guys, man,
Well, that's kind of where these podcasts come from, to help. I'm as a racer and an old guy too, probably a little further back than you went. I way back to the Oak Mountain State Park days, but we kind of take it for granted that we know most everybody, and we kind of between us. But I mean, I have noticed that a lot of the newer people come in, they're almost shy. It's not that they're shy, but they don't really want. You can kind of see it. They don't want to ask a dumb question. Which when you're starting out, there is no dumb question, because you don't know.
Right, you just don't know.
You just don't know. But they're scared to ask it because they don't want to look out of place or what. So we're kind of doing it, the podcast, and I'm asking everybody, what do you say to the new guys, and find that common theme, or how do you approach them, and then try to all this together. Has been dying off of here a little bit here lately, but that may be the economy and the time of year, the Christmas and the whatever. But we're trying to build it back.
Yeah, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back strong. Like I said, it's Christmas time and people, they trying to manage their money and, take care of the house first, take care of the folks first, the family first. But yeah, man, like I said, if I see anybody that you really have to, even though you're racing, just be aware, be aware of your surroundings, look around and, talk to people, how you doing, don't be, I'm just, even though we are, when our own stuff to me, the best it can be, but we just have to be mindful
we all standing around waiting on the new guy to ask us. It ought to be 50-50 at minimum, or 70-30. Us realizing them, us the old racer being the 70%, because we've all been there. We've all been the new guy. We've been broke. Didn't have a good kit. We didn't know what to ask. We didn't know what the suspension. So we need to look and see and recognize them, and not put all the burden back to the new guy, because they don't know who or where or when or what to ask.
You're right. That's it. And like I say, man, I don't understand why sometimes people act like, they more than down, saying don't want to talk, I'm not talking, it don't make no sense, because we all had to start from somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And we all had to learn the ropes, so we all had to, bump our heads and try, you got to try some stuff on your own and see how it goes. But if you're new in it, then like the season racers or the people that's been doing shit, step up, speak up, hey, how you doing? You need help with this, or what you try to do, or let me give you some of my time to run. I seen you sliding. You may just need some more tracks. Run these right quick. You know what I'm saying? Try these out. Try some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think too many people's worried about who am I gonna get them back, or what. We just got to trust one another. I know there's some bad people in the world, but you can't go around with that kind of heart and go, these $50 worth of tires. Well, look here. If you gave in the right spirit and the right heart, and you gave from your heart to say, I see you doing horrible, or just not horrible, but it might not be the right way to put it, but I see you struggling. Let me offer you a set of my good tires. You give from the heart, you're gonna get it tenfold back.
Hey, that's it. The Bible say that. And you know what I'm saying? The Bible say that. So if we just do it, that's what these, RC cars, you know what I'm saying? And if you do something about it, it's gonna come back to you. And they gonna come back because of you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come back because they had fun. Even if they had a messed up day, just learn how to do it because of we done took time, or you took to give them some tires, or just tone their motor better, or help them with the e-buddy, just get the ESC, just get the wiring straight so we won't be getting caught up in other stuff. Just little stuff like that, makes a difference. And they gonna come back just because it's a cool dude right here, you know what I'm saying? He cool, he helped me with this.
Right.
I'm gonna be back next week, you know what I'm saying?
Right. They want to know in the middle of it. Are you running in the middle of the week? I'm gonna come practice.
That's it, or even say, hey man, just get your number, maybe we can meet up during the week and we can sit down together and work on our stuff together. And while y'all working together, they're seeing how to fix the car, how to set the car up. Learning what type of tires, you know what I'm saying? What type of tires to run, what kind of shock we may need, you know what I'm saying?
Myself and an old racer that I ran with at Oak Mountain has I came back in contact with him on Facebook, and I got him back into racing. He's been out of it at least 15 years, and I got him back into it. His name's Greg Trott, and he was a sponsored driver back then, and I mean, really knew his stuff, but this was back nickel metal, and the whole, all this is new to us, and he's coming back. Well, he's been back in it 2 or 3 months, and so he's kind of getting up to speed. He ended up TQing and winning the sportsman buggy at Toys for Tots in front of my son, second behind him. But in the last couple of weeks, we've been trying to just go around the pits and see kind of who's struggling, who's not, and that's where our focus goes. We've gave out tires, like you said, we've already give out tires. We've gave. I don't run the Losi oils anymore, and I had probably every bottle known to that they have. Diff oil, shock oil. I donated it all to a guy that just, man, I'm just in the bind. I need oil. I can't afford it. It's Christmas, and him and his daughter both race, and I said, well, here, I don't even run it no more. So take mine. I run all mutant oil, so I said, here, take mine.
That's what matters, Chris. That's exactly what matters right there. You know what I'm saying? If not that, let somebody use some of your tools. Now you know them little
just by that little, just by the little thing that you've done, you can tell the instant. I don't know how to really put just their attitude, just they're up. All of a sudden, a pep in the step.
Right.
You think they already won the main? They went home just like can't wait to come back.
Right, and then 9 times out of 10, I know me when I was new in it, and some guys helped me out on the track, like you know what I'm saying, you helped me out with getting up, getting some of them graphics and stuff for my bodies and stuff. But when you have somebody like that, man, it makes it a whole lot easier. They'll know, who to come to when they, when they need just some advice about anything, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's gonna hook them in, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing it just to hook them in, but we do it because
Right.
that's how people did it. You know what I'm saying? It's right. It's
Right.
the right thing to do. And then, like you say, it will keep them in the hobby, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's the main
And we all go through the hardship. We've all everybody's had to either laid off or the paycheck, have lost a day of work that week, or divorce, or a family member pass away, or anything, sickness, anything under the sun. Everybody's had that bad day and just need a pick me up, or just a pat on the back, or all the way to the last place guy. You don't want him to just go home miserable, and it ain't trying to bring up the subject like everybody get a trophy, but I mean, the guy in the back got to feel some joy out of it too, or he's not gonna stay in it.
And that's why you go to the guy in the back, go to him, hey man, good race, you know what I'm saying? Good race, you know what I'm saying? We just need to get together and we're gonna work on our cars so it'll be better next time.
Right.
You did good, you know what I'm saying? You did good, and that's all you can do, do the best you can do, and we get together and we get these cars right, you know what I'm saying? You just learn from each other. Even just because you're a seasoned racer, that don't mean you can't learn from somebody new. You can still learn something, you know what I'm saying? They might see someone in your car that you ain't really paid attention to, that maybe dent or something like that, and they be like, is that supposed to be like that? And you look at it real close, and you be like, no, man, I ain't even see that. You know what I'm saying? You helped me, you saw that, and I ain't see it, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, no two people look at everything the same. They see something you ain't never gonna see.
Right. So, and that's like you said, Chris, you can go back to that family thing. That's all about, being in family, being in the family, and just, helping each other out, bro. That's the main thing, man. So.
Well, jumping back to the physical car itself, I've noticed, I've kind of picked up that the most I've heard you say on the racing side of it, I've heard all hot bodies. Is that the only race kit that you've ran, or have you been in the Mugens or the Techno? Have you run any other brands, or you pretty much hot bodies from the beginning?
I've been pretty much hot bodies from the beginning, because I started off, like I said, running the 18 Trigger first, and then I got into the buggies. They've been awesome. But soon you may just see me in something different soon. So I ain't gonna put it out there yet. We're just gonna see how things work out. But you may just see me in something a little different coming up soon. So that's all I can say.
Man, I would know to stay in something that long, though. It would be, to me, it would be where you would get real familiar with it, because you know what to expect out of the car. You've been driving it that long.
And that's the key if you really want to get. When I really was starting to notice myself get a little faster, it's because of I stuck with the car and learned it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get good at something. Keep jumping from one brand to this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though the cars are pretty much built up real similar, each other adjustment is different. You know what I'm saying? So it makes the car react different on different cars. So.
Well, I guess that would kind of relate back to like the sports side of it. Like if a running back was on 4 different teams 4 years in a row, he got to learn the system every year all over again. And that's half of it is learning the system.
And that's what's going on with Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They having all these different coordinators coming in. That means the players got to learn a whole different system.
Yep.
This coordinator, I got to get used to him. This coordinator, I got to get used to him. He might want to.
Well, it's the communication and the trust and all the whole nine.
The whole nine. It's like with the cars, all these different brands have they built up similarly, but like I say, a different brand, different adjustment may do. You know what I'm saying? Something totally different, and you just gotta learn your car communication. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn what adjustments working with your car, how it react to this adjustment. So, like you say, you gotta stick with something to really learn it and know how to, you know what I'm saying, be predictable with your car, know what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good to stick with something for a while just to learn, to be good at it. So yeah.
What do you think in RC was your biggest leap in working on the car, like learning the shocks or the diffs or what the link's done? Which one of the adjustments on the car do you think helps your driving to okay, now I can, if it went from non-controllable to controllable, which one do you think helped you the most?